Hi there, welcome back to another Crypto Dave video. It's Friday afternoon, which means another crypto interest rates and news update video. This is for the 4th of September 2020, and as always we'll start by going over any interest rate changes in new coins, and there's a little bit to talk about, not a huge amount, but rather surprisingly BlockFi and Ledn have some updates. Normally it's Cryptocom and Celsius that are kind of pumping in new coins, but BlockFi have added two new coins. They've added Tether rather as a stable coin, 7% on Tether, so less than their other stable coins, and not available to users in the US still, so you won't be able to take advantage of that in the US, but the rates are substantially lower than some of the other kind of providers, so a little bit disappointing there. But what's really nice is that they are adding Pax Gold, so you get 4% on Pax Gold, a lot better than you get on Crypto.com. I know it's coming to Nexo, but still no dates when that's actually arriving. And then really good news from Ledn. Ledn have upgraded their stablecoin rate for USDC. It's the only stablecoin they use, but USDC is up to 11.7%. Now I kind of feel this is maybe in response to Celsius moving to 11.55, but either way, really good for stablecoins at the moment. We've got a lot of decent kind of like rates around through the different providers, you know, BlockFi, Celsius, Ledn, Nexo, and indeed Crypto.com, particularly if you are staking a number of CRO. Something I want to make people aware of that not everybody has seen, this was sort of snuck out in a newsletter, but the tiers for BlockFi are changing, which is really disappointing. So you used to be able to get 6% BTC on your first 5 Bitcoin, and then it went down to 3.2 over and above 5. Now that's moved down to 2.5, so you're only getting 6% on your first 2.5 Bitcoin, and then 2.5 and over you're getting 3.2%. So I will be actually moving some of my Bitcoin because of this. I'm over that limit now. I'm over just over 3, I think, Bitcoin on BlockFi. So I will be shifting some stuff about because of that. Whereas with Ledn you can get 6.5, no tiers, anything like that. So get slightly better rate. And I think probably similar security, similar transparency, but no tiers. So if you have got more than 2.5 Bitcoin on BlockFi, be aware that your interest rates will be dropping down to 3.2, and that's just the tiers that are changing there. Now let's jump over very quickly and have a look at the token prices. I forgot to do this last week, so apologies for that. But obviously in the last couple of days, Bitcoin and kind of crypto in general has really kind of plummeted in the last 24 hours. And we see that reflected with all these tokens here. Everything down a minimum of 7.5% of the week. Now Crypto.com, this is CRO token, actually had a reasonable start to the week. The first 3 or 4 days it was rising a little bit, and then it's dropped down with everything else over the last sort of 24 hours. So down 7.5%, Celsius down 9.4%, and Nexo bringing up the rear. Seemingly, I'm saying that every week now, down 10.6%. So everything's kind of like bleeding out a little bit at the moment. Hopefully we've hit a bit of a kind of bottom, but we shall see what happens in the next week or so. I'm not, you know, unduly kind of concerned. There's always kind of pullbacks during a kind of bull market, or the beginning of the kind of bull market. We'll always see rises and kind of pullbacks. This isn't, you know, hugely dramatic. I think once we're up to 50, 100,000 Bitcoin and you start seeing it drop by sort of 10, 15,000 at a time, it might be a little bit kind of more worrying to people. But yeah, nothing untoward here, nothing really to see, just a bit of a downturn in the kind of markets. Now moving over to something I want to talk about. I've mentioned this already, but BlockFi adding support for Pax Gold and Tether. You can read all about the announcement here. I'll put links to all these stories as well as the spreadsheet in the description below. But you can see here they're talking about what they're kind of doing, what Pax Gold actually represents, and then talk through the interest accounts. And it does mention there USDT, Tether, as I mentioned before, only be supported for non-US clients, 7% for that, 4% for Pax Gold. Now something I wanted to show you as well, if you are signed up to BlockFi, keep an eye out for this. So it's an email that comes through, it's a monthly update, and this is where I found out about the tiers. I didn't see anything kind of announced, but if you read through the monthly update, there's some additional services in Tennessee. They've got a money transmitter license in Tennessee and some kind of like trial that they're using in Hawaii, which means people will be able to move US dollars in and out, I believe, if you're based in Hawaii. There's some information, some other kind of articles. I'll let you kind of read these in your own time, but then tucked away right at the bottom, the last story they were talking about was this tier adjustment. So this started actually 3 days ago. So it started the 1st of September. And as you can see here, the drop in tiers, so 6% for Bitcoin, only up to 2.5 Bitcoin. Previously it was 5, and then 3.2% over and above 2.5, where again previously it was 5 Bitcoin. So a little bit disappointing that they kind of like snuck it in there. I didn't see any kind of announcement for them. I might just have missed out. I might be doing them a little bit of a disservice, but a little bit disappointing with those changes in the tiers there. The other thing I wanted to make people aware of is Celsius. So they emailed to say that their app would be undergoing maintenance. So that's actually starting tomorrow, Saturday, September the 5th. It begins at 9 AM Central European time, I think that is, and it's expected to last up to 7 hours. So if you're doing anything on Celsius, or you anticipate doing anything, it'll probably be down pretty much all day tomorrow, and you won't be able to access the app at all during that time while they do their kind of maintenance. So I don't know if there's new features or anything like that coming. That would be nice, but if you are planning to do anything with Celsius, make sure you get it done before tomorrow morning. And then something also we've mentioned, but an email here from Ledn. This is some good news after all the slightly negative news from kind of BlockFi, apart from the new kind of coins, is that the USDC savings account up to 11.7. Now I think this is probably directly a result of the Celsius increasing to 11.55 across a multitude of stable coins. But I don't actually have any USDC, but if I was to have it, I probably would be putting it in Ledn. 11.7%. There's no token requirements or anything like that. And these are locked till the end of December, December the 31st. So you've got 3 or 4 months for that. Same as the BTC, their 6.5% is locked till the end of the year as well. And then lastly, something I've been mentioning a few times over the last kind of few weeks. Finally, we get to the special kind of exchange, Cryptocom exchange coming out of beta. So this event will start beginning of next week, next Tuesday, and this is a $2 million allocation. So you have to be staking CRO on the exchange, and you have to have a minimum trade-in balance or trade-in volume over the last 30 days. But there will be $2 million allocation for this. So I'm hoping to get slightly more than the sort of like, I think down to about 1.5, 1.7% that I've been getting over the last couple on OMG and Compound. So looking forward to that. That will be another 6 syndicates that I'll have participated in, and I may actually kind of stop doing them then. I've got no real desire to trade particularly on their kind of exchange. So unless something very interesting kind of comes up, I may well stop that. But I'll do an update video going over my the figures and the profits and stuff like that over the next 6 syndicate events. But that's it for this week. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. It's always nice to hear from you. So if you have any questions, any kind of comments, and as I always say, if you see any errors in the spreadsheet here, I do try and keep it up to date, but you can always email me here, cryptodaveuk@gmail.com, or post in the kind of comments with any kind of errors or omissions in this. So thanks very much for watching. As always, I hope you're all staying safe and well. Hopefully I'll see you on the next video, but until then, have a great day. Bye bye.